Part of the reason that all of you are here is because you're looking for something. Hopefully the reason that you're here is because you've decided that you're going to take your proper place in the world and that you're going to move forward with dignity and with strength and with responsibility. The act of putting yourself together will be so powerful, both for you personally and for the people around you, but also by example, that you'll just blow the other narrative completely out of the water. The person who tells the best story wins. It's as simple as that. And the idea of the transcended individual, that is the best story. There's nothing that can compare to that. And everyone wants that because you can become the sort of person that you admire. People should be encouraged, in some sense, to be as dangerous as they can be and still be civilized. If you can be dangerous, you often don't have to be. Women may have a tendency to be more erotically attracted to men who are capable of manifesting dominance and aggression. I think the evidence for that is relatively clear, and this is something that Nietzsche talked about a fair bit, is that, and Jung as well, with regards to the idea of integration of the shadow, is that someone who's moral has the capability for violence and the capability for aggression built in and at hand, but is also someone who's perfectly capable of controlling that in a civilized manner. And I think that, I'm speaking off the cuff here, obviously, but I think that the attraction that some women have for the sort of men who are more likely to misbehave, to act in a delinquent manner and so forth, is partly their desire to be associated with men who have the capacity for aggression.
Without the capability for mayhem, you're a potential victim to mayhem. So you need your sword. It should be sheathed, but you need to have it. The question is, well, should you turn into a monster? And the answer to that is yes, you should. But you should do it voluntarily and not accidentally. And you should do it with the good in mind rather than falling prey to it by possession, essentially, because that's the alternative. How does it possess you? That's easy. Your suffering makes you bitter. Your bitterness makes you resentful. Your resentment makes you vengeful. And once you're on that road, you go down that a little bit farther, man.
One of the things that men should do as they mature is transform themselves into monsters, but also become civilized at the same time. Now, if you're a horrible monster and you've got that developed and you can be civilized and decent, but more power to you.
The hero has to be a monster, but a controlled monster. Batman is like that. I mean, it's everywhere. It's the story you always hear.
A good person is capable of, well, maybe a good person is capable of anything, but is willing to hold that in abeyance.
Well, if you're harmless, you're not virtuous. You're just harmless. You're like a rabbit. A rabbit isn't virtuous. It just can't do anything except get eaten. If you're a monster and you don't act monstrously, then you're virtuous. As a basis for negotiation between adults, it's like you have to be a bit of a monster so that you can say no. Well, let's toughen you up. Let's put you in a position where you can bargain. Let's teach you how to assert yourself and stand up for yourself. And that's assertiveness training. It's a huge chunk of psychotherapy. So you have to develop your inner monster a little bit. And then that makes you a better person, not a worse person.
Take the best next step that you can manage to take.
Yeah.
You want to be moving forward towards something worthwhile, which also indicates why you need to specify something worthwhile.
Yes.
And to say, look, man, you're worthwhile. There's something in you that could develop into something great. Oh, there's plenty for you to do. Put yourself together. But you're the sort of person who could do it. You put yourself together, you could be more than you are, and you should be. Because otherwise the world degenerates into hell. You have things to do. There's lots of things you could do to fix it. And you could start small, and it would fix it, and it will work.
Yeah.
So you think, no, it's hopeless. It's like, no, it's not. It's not hopeless. They certainly aren't hopeless if you can see things you're doing that are making things worse. Sit down, take stock of your life. You think, okay, what am I doing to make things work? You also have to want the answers, and you won't, because the answers are going to hurt.